Ah, here we go. Ah, there we are. One. I am Rick Jors, and I am one of the guardians of GPMS.world that you can read on your screen here. And that is our website, www.gpms.world. Essentially, what GPMS is a worldwide referendum of the people to effect and create the great good change in the new world immediately, instantly. Uh, so the title of this live is Instant Eradication of Poverty Worldwide. And as most know, uh, it is senseless and it's unacceptable, and it's also we can also say that it's ridiculous and absurd that in such an abundant world that ones need to be in places of lack. So, having said this, all of us at GPMS, we know this, and we have the absolute solution that can be implemented instantly. However, it depends upon collecting the voice of the people, the majority worldwide that wants this. So before doing this live, I just did a little bit of homework check on the internet just to get some statistics and numbers to look at. So I looked at one study done perhaps about a year ago, and we know the numbers could be or should be a little higher than these now. However, having said this, what I discovered is that about 10% of the world's population is in extreme poverty. So when we equate that into numbers of people in extreme poverty worldwide, that's approximately 800 million people, almost a billion. And in what they say is extreme poverty, the baseline, the guideline for determining that is anyone that is making less than $1.90 a day. And that would be $1.90 US, I would say, because US is usually the most universal dollar, if you will, to base studies upon because of its wide use worldwide. So, that is a staggering number, 800 million in extreme poverty. When we look at the U.S., in extreme poverty, it's almost 10% of the population there, or even more now, as a result of what has been transpiring in the last year. We could even be up to 15 to 20% of extreme poverty in the U.S. At 10%, it's approximately close to 40 million people. If it's 20%, then it means it's close to 80 million people. And you begin to look at these numbers, these are very staggering numbers to look at. Why is this occurring in this world? And those were the extreme poverty numbers and statistics that I gave you. Now I'm going to give you just the poverty numbers. And when we do this worldwide, it's approximately 85% of the population is in a state of poverty or lack. Isn't that a huge statement? And having said that, to look at 85% of the world's population, well, what you have is about 7 billion people upon the planet are in poverty, are in lack. 7 billion out of 8 billion. Like, that is not civilized, it's not acceptable, and it's ridiculous. And the main reason that they are in this lack is because of the control of money, how it was created and how it was not shared. So what we have with GPMS is the ultimate solution that eradicates all of that nonsense what politicians and politics have created worldwide and subjugated humanity to the ridiculous and senseless misery and deprivation and lack. So what GPMS does, again, instantly, is eradicate all of that foolishness, if you will, and incompetency. And let's say if we were the people allowed the present leaders of the world to take humanity forward, their projection is that, it's getting better, but by 2030, they say, we will still have about 500,000,000 people in extreme poverty. Look at that. So this is their projection. 8 years from now, by the current world leaders, they anticipate to still have 500,000,000 in extreme poverty. Let me say this. In about 1 month, we could eradicate poverty upon the planet if everyone joins together now with GPMS. Register your consent so that we create the voice, so that we eradicate all of this senseless, foolish, sickening infliction upon humanity. And that's what it is. And the reason why it is because the ultimate solution for money and the sharing of it is here. So what GPMS does is GPMS, once we have the support of the majority of the people worldwide, we create the money, all of the people, and we incrementally distribute worldwide this money equally to every child, woman, and man. And it's because of this distribution and instant creation of unlimited money that poverty is eradicated worldwide, among many other things. Another important factor that of GPMS that occurs is instant deflation worldwide with your pricing. But I wish to keep this pretty much short, but I needed to bring up those statistics to show you what an insane world that we are in, and to show you the incompetence of the present world leaders at not giving humanity the absolute, ultimate, instant solution to be humane so that no one is in lack. And believe me, GPMS has this full solution that no one is in lack upon the planet. And we are doing it, and we are bringing it to fruition. As we grow this voice of support, it supports the reality of GPMS. And what GPMS does, when we go back and look at 85% of the world is in poverty, they would want to not be in poverty. So there's your majority voice right there with the 85%. Now, the numbers with GPMS are currently around close to 25,000 consents of support. And if we take US, for example, where there's just perhaps over 2,000, that is also a ridiculous number for what GPMS does. It places everyone in comfort, in abundance, and free and out of stress. And having said this, where there's 40 million or even more in the U.S. that are in extreme poverty. We need you, if you are a member of GPMS, or if not, become a member and go to the streets, go to the place where these ones are in extreme poverty, and let them know their voice is being heard and that they have a choice to vote in this worldwide referendum and that we need them. These people that are in this extreme poverty must not have an internet or a phone. So having said that, if they cannot even afford that because of the present barbaric, insane situation with the money and the control of it, then please go to them. Take GPMS to them and get them to sign up, for this is their choice to have as their new reality their most happy, comfortable existence ever imagined. And all of this is doable. This GPMS is not an illusion, and it's not a fantasy. It is a reality that is happening, and you can follow it materially as the voice gets bigger and bigger. And it's common sense with everyone that a majority rules, and because of the numbers of what I just said, but also because of what GPMS is, everyone will choose it. But we need to let them know they have this absolute choice. So I'm calling on any that is watching this video. If you are a GPMS member, please take focus and get the word out to those that do not know yet of the existence of GPMS and assist them in voting, if you will. For those of you that don't know about GPMS, the ultimate instant solution for humanity, then of course you will get yourself informed and come and join the growing team of the leaders of GPMS, the guardians of GPMS.world, and become a guardian yourself. We are all equal members in GPMS, and we are doing what is most humane, most caring, most compassionate, most loving, and what is most sensible for humanity. And I need to emphasize those words because, really it is just so ridiculous to look at the mess that was made in the world when the absolute solution has always been at the fingertips of the leaders that was leading the world. So they are incompetent. We are competent, as you will see when you look at the GPMS website, what it has to offer for you. Look at the comparison of old versus new, and the new is GPMS World. So you have a page there, and you see that GPMS World is the absolute most obvious choice for anyone, and it's all inclusive. So, I'm looking at another thing. We look at bits and pieces of the news, but I wish to say we see countries like the U.S. send a monetary aid to other countries. It's ridiculous, and again, it's absurd. It's so primitive of an idea to even do that when every country, every government worldwide creates their own money. And again, it makes absolute no sense whatsoever for everyone to be controlled and dependent upon another country because of money, when actually money is created by individuals with their thoughts. That's how it begins. So with GPMS World, what we do is we let everyone know everyone can create money unlimitedly and infinitely with your thoughts, because that's where it originates from. However, with GPMS World, we are bringing all of those together, all of the people together, to be the one huge bank for the world that shares with all and uses money as a good tool. For the creation of money begins from within. So what we do with GPMS is that we recognize this, and all of the people that agree, then we just create money because we can to transition humanity and society forward. You don't want gold, you don't want silver, you don't want resources. It would never work. And the reason it never worked and will never work is because it's who owns those resources. It is the wealthy that are living in a very elitist, comfortable, joyous world that they're able to control the rest of humanity if they keep humanity under that illusion that gold or silver or resources is the store of wealth. That is illusion. It's not. You are the store of wealth. I am the store of wealth. There is nothing more valuable than the human being theirself. If the human beings were not upon the planet, there would not be money. So who came first? It wasn't money, it was humanity. Then money was created. So this gives you the creational link so that you can easily understand where we're coming from with GPMS and why the solution is so simple. So we have a great template with all of the solutions within GPMS, how to transition humanity in all of the good ways forward and wipe out poverty and lack and misery. And having said that, as we go forward with all that are joining, it comes in the voice. This is the voice as it gets bigger and bigger, but we already have it. Is the skill set to take everything in society forward. So these are the ones that are joining together, combining all of your knowledge, your skill sets to create the new world. But we're creating it in a way that it's not capitalistic, it's not commercialized, it's not controlling and restricting the individual. So essentially, for any society to thrive, right at this point, it needs two things: a monetary system that is equal and free and that is doing everything good, not causing misery, separation, deprivation. And we need a simple, lawful structure, just as a guideline for humanity. And that lawful structure is very simple. It's based on your God-given rights, your morals, and your ethics. Every good person knows what is wrong or right. You don't need it written. It's just because of the old depressive and suppressive systems. It created bad people because of what it is. It restricted, it condensed, it pressured people, always keeping them in a state perhaps of survival and always working hard, chasing the carrot dangling in front of the nose, but never realizing that the elitists were the ones holding that carrot and tricking everyone. So the gig is up. Uh, the old buck stops here, and the new buck for humanity begins here. So get joined up as soon as possible with GPMS and join our teams, and of course all the children and youth worldwide as well. You comprise the children under 18 comprise approximately uh, 2 billion. Uh, every one of your voices counts. If you're a child born in the U.S. Today and you're 1 second old, your voice counts, and it is your parents' responsibility as your guardians to assure you are registered and that you are free from the old system. So wherever you may be, you have a voice. Every child, youth, woman, and man upon the planet, and it is imperative and important that you register your individual consent of support as a vote upon uh, the website that we have that you see at the bottom of your screen, so that we instantly eradicate poverty worldwide. So we know how to do it. We just need all of your support, of the ones that wants to do this and do the humane thing and place everybody in a place of comfort, and to eradicate all of the senseless misery that was caused by the old power regimes and leaders uh, that are in current places of what you would call power, but they are not the absolute power. The absolute power is the people, and the humane guardians to take this forward, backed with the absolute law. And I needed to say that, absolute law, because nothing can stop this. This is in the people's, public's best interest. There is no government or anything that can oppose what this is. They can assist, which would be the best thing, but we don't even need them to assist. We have the full knowledge, the full skill set, the full know-how, how to transition humanity instantly out of poverty and senseless death due to starvation worldwide and lack. Love and light, much gratitude, and have an amazing day. Don't forget, check the website. Thank you.